So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about Robinhood stock. The ticker symbol is HOOD, and of course, if I would invest in a stock like this. Well, first off, it's its IPO day today, and this stock, if it was on the stock market maybe 6 months ago, you would be literally seeing this stock go to close to zero, I can almost guarantee you, back then. Mainly because there was a lot of, I would say, issues with the company. So, number one issue a few months ago back when there was this big GameStop trade was they essentially were the main reason why the GameStop trade almost essentially stopped. And they made a lot of people lose a lot of money. Now, yes, I do understand and I do agree with those people were essentially gambling just to screw the people who were selling GameStop short. And that's totally fine. However, and they should learn from their mistakes. However, there should have been a massive inquiry as to why this company really stopped trading, and I understand why they did. However, there should have been, I would say, a little bit of kind of a something done with them anyway. So basically what happened was they didn't have enough money to continue the trades with GameStop. They didn't have the money as a company, and because of that, what they essentially did was they halted trading at a company level of that stock, and then it also expanded to other stocks, namely Sundial and a few others. Now, because they had to draw down so much debt, billions and billions of dollars worth of debt, to be able to continue just operating as a company, that would have been the reason and the catalyst as to why their stock price would have absolutely plummeted. Because anytime a company needs to take on billions of dollars worth of debt, that really does hurt a stock in most cases, especially when you're a smaller company like Robinhood. Will they be able to pay these debts back? Most likely. Who's to say that these debts aren't going to be able to be moved on to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-year debts? So it's not really all that concerning. However, at the same point in time, this company has a ridiculous amount of debt. They have a lot of negativity going towards their name. And for those two reasons, I'm out. I'm not buying this stock. However, at the same point in time, there's also going to be a lot of people who are ticked off at this company and who understand that there's a lot of people ticked off with Robinhood. And because of that, I'm going to say that there's going to be a lot of shorts selling this stock. This is going to be one of those heavily shorted stocks, in my opinion, what I think, over the next 6 months to a year. Mainly because of the debt and the massive negativity onto the brand name. In a year or two, maybe it might be an interesting option to look at, especially when these shorts have to start covering. That's going to be an interesting trade to have. However, between those two reasons, with the massive debt and the massive negativity, I'm going to stay away, because I'm too afraid to put my money into a company that has so much debt that for any regular company would probably shutter their doors. So, between all of this, I would say personally stay away. There's also one more reason, and that is it's a new company on the stock market. You don't necessarily know how it's going to perform on the stock market when it's brand new. You don't have a history of how well this company's done. Almost the same idea as Facebook. Facebook continuously gets a lot of negativity, but they make strong earnings. We've only had a quick example of their earnings, and because of what happened with the negativity and them stopping the trades, it really cost them a lot of money as a company. And because of that, you can't really go back and see, well, what could their profits look like? Because let's face it, they don't charge money for you to trade on their platform. However, they still make money off of you multiple different ways. So if you trade on Robinhood right now, guess what? You have to buy the stock, but they will give it to you a few minutes later. And during that time, even though you're putting in a price order for that amount of money, or let's say they put a price order in and it goes up. Let's say I want to buy TD at $56. And then what's going to happen? Well, 15 minutes later, if it's at $57, you actually buy it at $57. They bought it at $56. They profited that dollar per share times however many shares. And then on top of it, they get to see what your trading patterns are, and they can sell that information on the third-party market so that now people and like traders, big hedge funds, and companies like that who do a lot of trading will see what the retail investor is doing when it comes to trading. They're selling your information so that they can make a quick dollar, so that those rich billionaires can also make more money on you. So this is why I say don't use companies like Wealthsimple, even though I do have a Wealthsimple account. Don't use companies like Wealthsimple. Don't use companies like Robinhood or any of those free platforms, because that is what they are doing. Unless they go out and specifically say in their terms of use that they're not doing that, then they are. So whether you hate the billionaires, like those people who were trading GameStop, and they hated the billionaires, and that's why they really wanted to screw them, because the billionaires were shorting GameStop, well, guess what? They're making money on you anyways, because what's going to happen is they're going to say, well, that's totally fine. Now, you just screwed us out of a couple of billions. We're going to screw you now, because we're going to buy your trading information, your trends. We're going to buy those. And then we're going to use those trends against you. So you just watch. Anyone who uses Robinhood, if you're doing the same trends over and over and over again, guess what? Those billionaires are buying your information. They're also probably watching you on Reddit. And they're going to be using that information to screw you back in probably a few months to a couple of years. They will get their just reward. I'm not a billionaire, but I know how they think. Anyways, that's my thoughts on this whole subject. This is why I think that Robinhood as an investment is bad. It's not just because of their debt. It's not just because of the negativity towards their name. It's because, yes, they can make a ton of money by monetizing your information, but at the same point in time, there will be a just reward for both. And that is for those people who can finally figure out that they shouldn't trade on a free platform like Robinhood because it's not truly free. Once they figure that out, guess what's going to happen? Robinhood is no longer going to be able to operate as a business because not many people are going to be able to trust them. But then again, we still trust Facebook, and Facebook, in my opinion, is evil.